Welcome back. Yesterday here on the show, we talked about suicide prevention, especially among veterans, and particularly among veterans who have suffered from traumatic brain injuries. It's not easy to see their wounds a lot of time, but they are severe wounds. The men and women who serve this country, of course, are the backbone of our society, and every day some of them are suffering from these injuries. Many times you can't see them. Veterans give us promise and protection and sacrifice their safety, and they are also sacrificing their mental health at a time when they shouldn't really have to. When veterans have PTSD, they often stay quiet about their struggles, but let's talk about the work that's being done now to help out folks with PTSD and particularly with traumatic brain injuries. Let's welcome in now Mason Heibel. He is a veteran who suffered from PTSD and a traumatic brain injury. Mason, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for sharing your platform and time for this cause.
I'm happy to do it. It's literally like the least I can do because you know, we do see a lot of commercials here on our network that shows wounded warriors missing limbs, and that, you know, that of course is tragic. But a lot of veterans also walk around with all their limbs and stuff, but you know, you can't see the wounds that they have in their brains. Talk to us about that. What it's like for veterans with a traumatic brain injury. You know, sometimes it's hearing loss, other stuff. You know, what did you experience?
So for me personally, I suffered from PTSD and TBI. I was explosive ordnance disposal. So hung out around a lot of blast exposures, and that stuff stacks up when it comes to TBIs. If you were to look at me, like you said, I'm not missing any limbs. There's not really anything discernible in terms of injury visually. However, there's this massive stigma around mental health and TBI and these invisible wounds that people aren't getting recognized or treatment for.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, you know, what you hear with football and traumatic brain injury. It's not the one big hit that does you in. It's the successive, you know, hits after time, over and over. You know, the concussive nature of ordnance disposal. You know, you're not alone. There are a lot of folks in the same type of situation here, but there are places doing great work, and I wanted to particularly talk about the Marcus Institute out there in Colorado and what they are doing. Talk to us about how they've helped you.
The Marcus Institute for Brain Health legitimately saved my life. That's not hyperbole. That's not anything other than a fact. Without them, I don't know where I would be today, but it wouldn't be where I am. The Marcus Institute gave me the tools and understanding of what my injuries were, how to address them, and how to cope with the ones that aren't necessarily going to go away anytime soon. They do a fantastic job of having a holistic approach. It's not just, you know, here's a pill or here's one session of mental health therapy. It's a 3-week intensive outpatient program that really dives into all of your issues. They work with speech language pathologists, behavioral health specialists. They do spiritual work in terms of yoga, tai chi, qigong, meditation, equine therapy. There's just an incredible amount of resources that they pull together to ensure the best quality of treatment. And if they determine that they're not the best program for you, they find somebody who is. And I think that's one of the more incredible aspects of them as well.
Well, it's been heartening to learn about you know, a place like the Marcus Institute because, you know, far too often you just hear about the problems. You don't hear enough about what's being done to solve these problems. And it doesn't hurt that it's in such a beautiful location, right? What I understand, it's on the campus in Boulder there at the University of Colorado.
So it's actually on the Anschutz Medical Campus on the east side of Denver, but
Okay.
still get fantastic views of Pikes Peak in the mountains.
All right, so yeah, I got the location wrong there. And if folks want to, you know, help out, if there's any way they can participate, you know, where can they go to find out more information about the Marcus Institute?
And just a quick Google search away, Marcus Institute for Brain Health. That'll take you to the website, and the website will get you to where you need to go in terms of applying or donating. It's very user-friendly and super easy.
And something too we talked about yesterday, we had a veteran that works on preventing veteran suicide, but you know, this time of year it can be very stressful. A lot of veterans can feel, you know, displaced or away from family members or folks they love when you see these commercials on TV when everything's normal. But you know, what kind of advice do you give to civilians in particular? You know, how do you talk to your veteran friends? What do you suggest to make this time of year a little bit easier on your friends?
I think just in general, anytime communicating with veterans, there's so many different internal anniversaries associated with deploying or serving in general. Authentic communication, I think, is the best. Obviously, my experiences in combat or in service overall are starkly different to anybody else's, even in the same company as me that deployed with me. But authentic communication and listening and understanding and not trying to pretend or to, you know, just be authentic and just be there and listen.
Well, the great thing about meeting you, Mason, I met you through a mutual friend who I've never actually met before online. And we were talking about this type of stuff, and we actually started talking about college football. And anyway, it led to this conversation here and me meeting you and learning about the Marcus Institute. And I'm so happy to be able to share that with our audience. So thank you for sharing your story with us, Mason, and thanks to the folks at the Marcus Institute for all they do. Can't say enough about that work.
Thank you so much for your time. And if I could just thank Bernie Marcus, Arthur Blank, Ken Fisher. These are just some incredible people out there doing incredible things for our veterans and first responder community, including Gary Sinise and the Avalon Network.
Absolutely, certainly that. And of course, the people that brought us Home Depot, figuring out brain injuries too. So important. And thanks to them as well. And thanks for mentioning them. Great to see you, Mason.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.